Hi there. Welcome back. Thanks for joining me. I literally just walked in the door from my weekend with my nephew. If you've forgotten our last conversation, this weekend, my eldest nephew. This is he's when I became an auntie for the first time. I remember meeting him as a baby, and I remember promising him when he was born, when I first met him, that I was going to be the most amazing auntie ever. And I meant, like, I wanted to, our parents might have shit the bed, but we had really great aunts and uncles. So much love and awesomeness that came out of them when we were little, which was great. We really needed that. And so I just aspired to give my nephew like that awesomeness, right? And so he's graduating high school. I'm so proud of him, and it's such a big deal. He's autistic, and so a lot of work has gone into him getting to be able to graduate high school. I'm so incredibly proud of my sister. She's a single mom with two boys a year apart. I mean, just that alone, just two boys. And then you add, the layer of autism into one of the children, and she just crushed it. She just crushed it, And again, we didn't have role models as for parenting. My aunts and uncles, for the most part, were all. My mom is the oldest of 12, so they were high schoolers still in college, like so. My sister has dedicated her life, and with joy, and she so loves being a mom, right? And so her and I put a lot of energy into this weekend together because, he's graduating, and my nephew asked he wanted to go to a concert. He wanted to go see this band. He's been asking for the last year and a half, but there's COVID, and we have the complexity of my sister can't do crowds, too much time in the military, and so she can't take him. But I can, and I want to, and I love this kind of stuff, and I was here for it. Yeah. So if you recall, my nephew asked to go to the concert, and so that's what this weekend was. This stage 4 50-year-old ass. I mean, this was, oh my gosh, this was just an amazing 48 hours. I mean, first of all, I get to the airport. The airport itself, just being in a crowd, forget cancer, just being in a crowd. Well, cancer and COVID have kept me pretty isolated, right? So that was a big deal. It's really intense for those of us that have been living a very COVID-aware life. It's very, very intense to walk into the airport, crowded as all get out, and no one's wearing a mask. Like, there's a lot they have to process. And then, thank goodness, my wife took me early. So, my sister has an autistic son that she's super excited is able to go to a concert, and super excited that I'm able to take him, but with worry. She's worried about him being able to, how he's going to manage himself with everything, of a concert. She's afraid how I'm going to manage myself because of cancer, and the two of us together. My wife is worried, and rightly so for my poor wife. She dropped me off early at the airport, and I like this body. This body was so awesome. This last 48 hours. I mean, this is what it's all about, right? This is what the 52 rounds of chemo, the 20 rounds of radiation, the 7 freaking surgeries, and it's why I'm going to do lung surgery in June is for this, is for these moments, And so all through the anxiety of the crowds and the mask thing, I'm just breathing through it. I will say my brain it wasn't connecting at first. I got a little scared. For some reason, I was in gate G. My brain connected to the G. And so every time I would see gate, my brain said, go that way. So unfortunately, I would go down gate L. So I went down that arm, recognized it, corrected, went down gate K. It was like 20 minutes where I was just like, okay, you can do this, and then I was okay. It was, but then I got to the airport in Baltimore, and I'm so excited. I'm thinking, okay, this is happening. My flight was on time. Concert's tonight. Weather's good so far. Went to the bathroom, and the toilet was full of blood. And I was like, no, you're not taking this from me. No, I'm not. I'm pushing through. Thankfully, I don't think it was anything. It was just a little blip, because it didn't impact the night, and I'm not stressed because it didn't continue. But all of these layers, just trying to, and it's really, there's a lot to process that you're continually thinking about when you're trying. You've got you have to be COVID conscious and cancer, not knowing how. Can't rely on your body. Just can't decide I'm going to do something and it does it, right? But this weekend it did. It did. My sister picked me up. My nephew's vibrating. He is so excited. And what he doesn't know is Auntie Nicole and Auntie Gabby got him a VIP package. So he knows the concert starts at a certain time, and he's really he's not understanding why I'm like, we have to be there like 3 hours earlier than that, right? When he got there and when he heard VIP, when we, what is this? And I was like, oh, buddy. He got to meet the band. He got to get his picture taken with them. They did this whole Q&A. Sorry, someone's delivering something. They did this whole Q&A with the band where they put up on their screen and had a conversation about how they create their music and how the technology that they use and the decision making, which was just a lot of fun. And I have to tell you, like Gen Z, these kids, if you had backstage passes, VIP, when I was a kid, it'd been partying. Concerts had a different layer of like, rock and roll. And I remember my first concert. My first concert was Twisted Sister. Do you remember that, Christy? Oh, I say that without shame. Yes, Twisted Sister was my first concert. But it was a different thing. This VIP, the band was playing dodgeball with the people. It was so wholesome and awesome. And I loved the music. The band that he chose was called AJR. And it's really great sounding music. Lots of technology in it, and so I enjoyed that part. But when you listen to the lyrics, these guys are processing life verbally in a way that was just really cool. Working their way. The whole finale was all about basically like how in OCD you get fixated and how you manage that. And like their songs were just really awesome. I can see why he connected to it, why he connects to it. I think my younger nephew Levi likes it too. Anyways, he like this kid, you know when he's happy and you know when he enjoys things, and he's got a great sense of humor, but sometimes you just don't know, because he's just blank when he's enjoying things, when he's going through life, you know, but every time he turns, he's just so excited. And we ended up, and I was not tired. Like I had the morning of travel. We walked from the hotel to the concert venue, which was like about a 15-minute walk. We were dancing, and we walked home, and my body worked through all of this, you know, and he was so, you know, we've talked about this a lot, right? We've talked about it. I've had a lot of sad moments over this time since being diagnosed with stage 4, that I was not going to, that I wasn't going to see my nephew graduate, that my sister and I just have each other, you know, and she wasn't going to have a partner to do things like this, right? To step in where she can't. And so getting to this time, and being able to know that not only am I going to be at his graduation, but hopefully, I mean, I don't know, it's only a couple of weeks away, but it's going to be this strong, right? And to be able to just to do this experience with him and do it well was just really beautiful. He turned to me at one point at the end, and he was explaining how excited he was, and he said to me, you know, I'm so proud of us, because me with my autism and you with cancer, we went to a concert and we did it, because, you know, Mom and Aunt Gabby were worried about us. God, I love that kid. I just, yeah. So much emotion. At one point in the concert, I remember I was behind him. I got him because I needed to be able to sit. I needed to have the choice. And so I got him in position where he was like literally right in front. And he could do it with all the stimulation. That was what was just, I took him to his first thing on stage about a decade ago. I took him in New York City, in Manhattan. I took him to Blue Man Group, and I took him to Stomp. And Blue Man Group was way overwhelming for him. This is a kid that I couldn't take on the train because it was too much. And here he was standing, you know, there. And at first he put his little hoodie on, and I thought, oh, here we go. But then he got into it. He took his hoodie off, and he was dancing. Oh my God, it was amazing. And when I was watching him, I literally started crying in the concert. Thank God everyone was dancing and the music and lights and whatever, so no one understood. But I was crying because I was so happy for my sister, for this, you know, where he's at today. I was so proud of him. I was so happy to be here. Like, this was so much. My next nephew, he graduates next year. I really, really hope that I get to celebrate him when the time comes. But right here, right now, I'm staying in this. I have to I have to go to chemo tomorrow because remember, chemo, fun stuff. Chemo, fun stuff. That's how we're getting through this next month or two because I'm really, really, I'm tired. The mental strain of managing cancers a lot. So, fun things. Beautiful, beautiful fun things. Tomorrow I go for chemo, and besides that, it'll take my body away and my mind. I'm a little bummed because it's gonna make this all be foggy. It's gonna make it be blurry. But I took some videos of my nephew and like at the concert, and I've got lots of stuff to remind me how awesome this was. It did make me really fantasize a little bit on the plane home that what if this new like little surgery that I'm doing in June and this specialized radiation that they're doing, what if it gets me to a point where I could safely not do treatment for a while, right? I mean, I know it's gonna get me in the end, but that's a long way away, right? We just gotta get today and tomorrow. But could you imagine if I was out of treatment because I feel this good on my off weeks, if I had no treatment just like I don't know, 6 months. Oh my God, the fun I would have. I'd be so annoying to my nephews. I have 2 awesome nephews in Canada too that if I wasn't in treatment, I could go to Canada and play with them. That would be nice. Because I don't think at the end of the day that they're prepubescent. So I don't think I'm gonna get graduation with them. But man, if I could get this summer more of what I just had, wow. That would be so cool. So I'm gonna go to chemo tomorrow. And even though it's chemo, I'm gonna dance my way in because that shit is what's keeping me here. Oh. And remember, chemo in Morocco. I'll tell you more about that when we get closer because that comes with its own level of stress, right? I'm leaving the country. Left the house, left the city. Now I'm going. Woo. Oh my God, all I can tell you is that my other thought coming out of this weekend is please don't have caught COVID because you have to PCR test to be able to get into another country, or at least into Morocco and Spain, and you have to test to get home. So I just don't want the level. I just want to be concerned about like my body going. Stupid COVID. Anyways, all right. I'm gonna let you go because I could talk. I could talk all day. I am, as you can see, so full of emotions and joy. All right, will you enjoy the rest of your day? Thanks for hanging out with me. Okay, really gonna let you go. Okay, peace out.